There's a story most people tell themselves at some point. Some version of, I'm lazy, I'm undisciplined, I should be doing more. I want to suggest that story is, for most people, just wrong. Not comforting wrong, actually wrong. You're not lazy, you're under-rested. You're running a culture's worth of pressure on a body's worth of energy. And the body, sensibly, has started to push back. The pushing back feels like laziness because the body refuses to do the thing. It feels like weakness. It feels like a personal failing. It isn't. It's arithmetic. You have a finite amount of energy each day, and you live in a culture that expects you to spend it like it's infinite. That mismatch produces a constant low hum of not enough. And you, looking at that gap, conclude the problem must be you. The problem isn't you. Almost nobody is operating from a baseline of actual rest anymore. We're all running on some depth of depletion and calling it normal. And when the depletion shows up as low motivation, we call it a character flaw. Now, I'm not saying there's no such thing as avoidance or bad habits or real procrastination. There is. I've made several of those choices this week, badly. But laziness, the way we use the word, is a moral judgment applied to a biological situation. And that mislabeling costs you. It makes you treat the wrong problem, pushing harder when you should be resting, reaching for discipline when what you needed was sleep. You cannot shame yourself out of exhaustion. You can shame yourself into a brief burst of activity, followed by a deeper exhaustion. That's all shame has ever paid out. Here's what I notice about people who call themselves lazy. Almost without exception, they're working hard at something, usually several somethings. They have jobs, they take care of people, they handle logistics, they manage other people's moods. They're carrying loads nobody is counting, an aging parent, a household, a friend who's struggling, their own mental health on a Tuesday. And then they apply the word lazy to one specific area where they're not producing, a personal project. Some better version of themselves they were supposed to be building in the margins. They look at that one unfinished corner and conclude they are lazy as a person. That's bad math. The energy is going somewhere. It's just not going into the one thing you decided to measure yourself by. Sometimes the honest look does turn up a real problem, that the things which have to happen have quietly multiplied. That's worth examining, but it's a different conversation, because lazy is a character judgment. Overcommitted is a structural one. If you're lazy, the solution is more force, more discipline, more shoulds. If you're depleted, the solution is to remove things, to let a few balls drop, and watch with some interest which ones actually bounce. And there's a cultural layer I can't quite step around. We've confused worth with output. So you take a day off and feel guilty, even when you've earned it many times over, because you've been trained to read stillness as worthlessness. Which is a fairly new idea. Most religious traditions mandated a day of stillness every week, not as self-care, as law. What we're living inside now isn't natural, and it isn't universal. It's doing something to your nervous system that you never agreed to. So when you call yourself lazy, you're often just measuring yourself against a standard that was never healthy to begin with. I want to leave you with a small thing, not a system, just a couple of questions. The next time you catch the thought, I'm lazy, stop, and ask two things instead. First, when did I last actually rest? Not lying on the couch scrolling and feeling guilty about it, which isn't rest, that's just being tired in a horizontal position. Actual rest, a walk with no destination, a nap, a morning with nothing in it. For a lot of us, the honest answer is, I can't remember. Second, what am I actually doing all day? Not what I'm failing to do, what I am doing. The job, the people, the chores, the small invisible things that take real energy and never get counted. Most people, doing this honestly, find they aren't lazy at all. They're maxed out. Both questions do the same work. They take I'm lazy, a vague self-attack, and swap it for actual information about how your life is built. And then one more, maybe the only one that matters. What does my body need right now? Not what should I be doing? What does it need? The answer is usually unglamorous. Rest, food, a walk, sleep, someone to talk to, a day where nothing has to be produced. Give yourself one of those. Just one, and notice what happens. I think you'll often find that what you'd been calling laziness was a body doing the only thing it knows how to do, to tell you it had been ignored for a long time. It isn't a character flaw, it's information. You're allowed to listen to it.